What's up, y'all? I'm Leon Frierson, former cast member from Nickelodeon's All That and co-host of the Prime Nostalgia podcast. And I'm here to ask you to join me in watching the Michael Finkley Show weekly on YouTube. Now, I've been on the show, so I definitely know it's a platform where you'll be educated, informed, and inspired. Now, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on YouTube.
My bossy and my crib.
To make it, just to make it, just to make it. I've been working all my life just to make it, just to make it, just to make it.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Michael Finkley Show. Thanks for joining us today. Y'all, I'm rocking this cool shirt. It says worship, and at the bottom it says begins with Sunday school. And why this shirt is so important, I actually made it myself, and I got the saying from church. And why this shirt is so important to me is that I love church. I love being with the people of God. And before COVID, right, let's just shut everything down. I was able to create this shirt, very involved in my Sunday school department at my church, and just being that force to teach people the Word of God. And being in that space taught me to be the speaker I am today. Of course, doing Easter speeches and doing other presentations, and actually being over different services, how to conduct services. So that was my first form of speaking, my first form of performing in front of persons, singing in that right. So this is why the shirt means so much to me. And because of that, I was able to transfer those skills into other things, such as when I went to college, my professional life, what I do with my businesses, this platform, being comfortable enough to present information to you in a way that you understand. Again, speaking to you. And so y'all, awesome traits. And I just thank God for my background. And so the speakers we have today interviewing, they too are awesome motivational speakers. They have a great sense of informing, educating, and inspiring. Y'all, I am talking about Eric Foster and Cedric Edison, two persons you don't want to miss. So y'all, another great show ahead of us. Join us. We'll be right back. Next, Eric Foster reminds us to get after it now. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Thomas Anthony Jones. You might know me from Good Trouble or This Is Us. I encourage you to watch The Michael Finkley Show on Roku TV and on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe.
Next, Finkley. In September 2002, Kendrick Fulton, along with 19 others, were indicted on federal drug charges in Texas, while serving 400 months, 33 years in federal prison. Kendrick talks with us about his home confinement journey and his new movement, Life in the Feds. Next, Michael Finkley. Monday.
Hey everybody, my name is Arthur Vernon R. Matthews Jr. I just wrote a new book called Family Ties, and I also want to say a special shout out to one of the kids that I mentored and has got his own TV show on Roku, Michael Finkley, and this is 100th episode. So if you guys want to really hear about this book and see what's going on, check out Mike Finkley on The Finkley Show.
She is flexible, and she is a multitasker. She is a wife, a mom. She is city councilwoman.
When I was growing up, Mom worked outside the house, and so my dad was an entrepreneur. I saw him leaving early in the morning or late at nights to go meet with clients, and he was always one who told me, if you show up on time, you're late.
I just admire how she's able to not only juggle the demands of her jobs, but keep her family really first.
The outstanding thing about the Isaac family
is their noble contributions to improving the quality of life for our Colombians and people all over this state.
I, Tamika Isaac, do solemnly swear.
Discharge the duties thereof, so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations and best wishes.
I first ran because I saw a need, I saw a void that needed to be filled, a voice that wasn't there. And over the last several years, I feel like I've been able to be that voice.
So often as women in whatever spaces that we're in, we're often discounted because we're a mom or we're a wife or we have this career, and she's an everyday woman who shows women what excellence looks like.
She has walked the walk of being a small business person, of being a parent, of sending her kids to school.
Columbia is a great place, and we have done a lot in the last few years as far as law enforcement. But law enforcement can't do everything, nor should it do everything. We have to really expand upon the tools, technology, and community policing, investing in our communities so that law enforcement is a partner with our communities. Being a Columbia native, I've seen the way this city has grown. It's grown to the point that sometimes not everybody's been a part of that growth. I want to make sure that communities, specifically communities of color, make sure that they are part of Columbia's present and its future. I want to have a climate plan for this city that not only helps us be sustainable, but also helps provide opportunities for folks in the workforce. There are so many opportunities to take advantage of technology, green energy. I want to be the advocate for growing our city and being on the forefront, not just looking at what other cities are doing and following them, but being the leader.
If you don't have the right leadership, you're going to miss a lot of opportunities.
I think having a woman as mayor of the city of Columbia is long overdue.
I'm Tamika Isaac Devine, and I'm running for mayor of the city of Columbia.
Looking for a mentoring program for your young male between the age of 6 and 18 in Columbia, South Carolina? Well, look no further. Big Homie, Little Homie Mentoring Program is the program for you. Under the leadership of Mr. Jamal Stroud, Big Homie, Little Homie is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that caters and mentors at-risk youth that come from single-parent homes. The organization caters to young males between the ages of 6 and 18 within the greater Columbia area. The organization is devoted to shaping and molding their life into great men of society. Big Homie Little Homie organizes male gatherings, discussions, and even educational assistance devoted to guiding and leading them into a positive light. Making a positive attitude will help in transforming their life regardless of what is experienced in life. For more information on Big Homie Little Homie Mentoring Program, visit our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Our next guest is the founder of the movement and business of Get After It Now. Y'all is none other than Eric Foster. Eric, thank you for being with us today.
And I appreciate you inviting me on the show.
You're very welcome, sir. When I had this long week to celebrate our Black males, I had to have you on. So thank you for saying yes to the invitation. So, Eric, when it comes to your dreams in life, we know that they're very important to individuals because we're trying to achieve an ultimate goal for ourselves, and it's personal. So who assists you in realizing your dreams?
Who assists me in realizing my dreams? I feel like I would say Eric Thomas.
Really?
Yeah, I would say Eric Thomas. And maybe because, it doesn't have to be someone who's personally in your life to make you, realize what it is that you wish to do. But I felt like his existence, him being who he is and being his authentic self, helped me realize who it is that I aspire to be. He pretty much set out that blueprint prior to me even getting into speaking, you know what I mean? And and things just went from there. You know, I didn't set out to be a speaker when I, you know, first left high school or got into college or anything like that. But it was one of those things that progressively came to be. And I would say that his existence really helped nurture that for me.
I love that. And from that nurturing, we see that you have started this awesome movement, GAIN, right? Acronym meaning Get After It Now. What does that mean to you?
Man, Get After It Now is, you know, the acronym, well, GAIN is the acronym for Get After It Now. But, you know, what it means to me is chasing after your dreams, living in the moment. You know, there's a book called The Power of Now. And it talks all about the power of doing things right now. And just that get after it, that's a sports term. You know, it comes from a lot of my background in playing sports and things like that. And truthfully, my cousin actually made the word. And when I saw him make it, I told him he should, you know, take it and run with it. And he challenged me to do so. And once I did it, you know, I took off with it because I liked it so much. I developed the philosophy and everything like that. The fortitude, diligence, obedience, fortitude being making your decision on what it is you want out of life, right? Diligence being care and persistent works, putting in care and working on what it is you want to be persistently, you know what I mean? And then obedience is literally following the path. And I feel like with those three principles, you know, you can have whatever it is you want in life. You got so many different books that talk about the power of, you know, wanting or manifesting what it is that you want out of life, like The Secret, Think and Grow Rich, different books like that, where they're basically telling you the way to get anything that you desire out of life is to commit to it, have a burning desire to accomplish it, and you will accomplish it. So that's what Get After It Now is.
I tell you, you have created an awesome work here. And so even within your mission, inspiring individuals, turning dreams into reality. So how has inspiring others changed your reality?
Inspiring others has changed my reality by really giving me the opportunity to soak up or, you know, have a pride in what I've done for others. You know what I mean? It gives me a good feeling or a great feeling. Like charity is one of those feelings that, man, you know, I feel great about what I just did. And I think that's what it's given me that opportunity to look at my reality and be like, man, you know, I'm really impacting other individuals' lives. And a lot of these individuals look like me. You know, a lot of them have some of the same background and the same story as me. And they can relate to a lot of the things that I've seen, a lot of the things that I've felt. And I can appreciate that because it helps me realize that I'm being a change agent in either my community, my culture, or however you would want to word that. And I think that's one of the biggest things that, you know, wakes me up and drives me every day. I get excited to be able to pour into people, whether it's through philanthropy or through my motivational speaking and different things like that I do. And that has created a much better reality as far as helping me find my place in life.
Amazing. Oh, wow. And that's when you get to that point of figuring out where your place in life is, I feel that's a gain for personal success. So that's just amazing to hear.
Right.
And so what are some of your success stories and you getting feedback from the individuals that you've helped over these many years?
Man, I think some of the success stories I like most right now, I'll have to say it's my first scholarship recipient, Marcus Thomas. Man, I've seen that young man go from high school to FAMU, and he's just been amazing while he's been on campus, being at SGA. He joined the fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. He's served in different positions. What happened?
I had to throw that in there. I'm not going to falter.
But yeah, no, he served in positions on the e-board on campus. And it's beautiful to see that transition in him and to see him really growing to be the person. I've had people hit me up. Like, I don't even tell him. So if he's watching this, he'll probably hear it. But I had people hit me up like, yeah, this one, he's the truth. Like, he's the future. And I'm like, dang, man, you know, I'm just happy I got to be a part of his life, you know? So yeah, things like that. And just being there for people. That's some of the best feelings that I can say, even pouring into students, you know, on a realistic basis as opposed to being on a computer, but pouring into them personally. I just had a speaking engagement at Texas Southern.
I saw. Yeah.
To be able to hear some of the students converse with me after and be like, man, you know, a lot of the things that you said, I know, but it just feels so good to hear somebody reiterate it or drive it and let me, you know, solidify what it is I know is exactly what, you know, different things like that. And those are some of the best feelings in the world. Just knowing that you're really giving other people hope, you know.
And it's a feeling that you cannot pay for.
All right.
You can't pay for a feeling like that, which is the most amazing thing. Someone down the line, years from now, I remember you. That touched me. Y'all, I feel like not no
that happened to
other.
Me.
Exactly.
That happened to me at Miami Carroll City High School. And a young woman came up to me and was like, you're the founder of Get After It Now, right? And I was like, how do you know? Like, for real? And she was like, oh, I remember you were doing a speaking engagement at my park some time back. And we hate to say that, I hate to say it blew my mind, but at the same time, I was like, wow, you love to see when you see that track follow along. And that was big for me. Like, that was huge.
Oh, amazing. Oh, that's just amazing right there. And so moving forward with your awesome organization, what's next?
So 2020 came.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my resources and things like that were not there, as they have been in the future, of course, because of Corona. But I felt like 2020 also gave me a time to step back and reevaluate what it is I want to do. Like, I want to refocus the organization on what it is we're going with and what we're going to do. So now I really want Get After It Now to turn into an academy. I wanted to be Get After It Now Academy. And I want to set up that curriculum to help students realize the different things they can be a part of as far as career-driven opportunities, helping them establish themselves as far as being a potential college student, and understanding, you know, where they want to be at in life. So I think that's huge right now, especially students in my community, in my area. So yeah, I think that's really where I want to go with it. I love it. And I think that's where I want to go. I want to be able to offer some scholarships to students who attend the academy. And I want to create a measurable impact over the next few years, as opposed to just saying I'm creating an impact. I want to be able to create a measurable impact, something that you can actually put numbers on. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Wow. And as you're building that brand, you're building up yourself as well. Please tell us the awesome news, professionally and educationally, that you're about to embark in now.
Right. So at the beginning of the year, so in 2019, I made a decision that I was going to be a doctoral student. At the beginning of 2020, I actually sent out a tweet on January 1st, 2020 at 5:55 p.m.
Wow.
I pinned this tweet on my Twitter profile. I said, this is the decade that I will become Eric Foster II, PhD, or Dr. Foster. So I took about a year to research all of these different programs and find out what it is I wanted to do, where I wanted to be. And I started applying, right? So as of April 1st, 2021, I got my first acceptance to a PhD program at FAMU, and it's in educational leadership. And I'm excited. I have some more interviews and things like that going on, but it's definitely been a journey. You know, it's huge for me because, I mean, in all honesty, my background and my story would say that I should not be where I am today. You know, I was not the smartest student in the class. I failed 5th grade, failed 9th grade, didn't have great grades growing up. Like I tell people all the time, it's funny now, but I remember getting a 3.0 for the first time. Like I got a B average for the first time in my life in middle school. And I gave my report card back to my teacher and told her she had the wrong person. Just because in my mind, I couldn't even fathom, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a great place to be right now, just getting these acceptances and having people desire me to be at their school, and the areas that I want to research and the community that I want to impact. It all aligns with Get After It Now, who I am as a motivational speaker and everything else. So I'm definitely loving it.
And we're loving it too on this end. Congratulations, sir. We're rooting for you even harder now, sir. So congratulations. One more time, how can they find you on social media, and how can they get in contact with you to find out more about your program? All
right. So on Instagram, it's at Becoming Doctor with the period, just Dr. Foster. On Twitter, it's KING_FOST. You can follow me on Clubhouse as well, Mr. Get After It Now, TikTok, Becoming Dr. Foster. I have 2 websites, www.getafteritnow.org. And then I also have www.theericfoster.com. That website is coming soon. It's just about finished. And once that's finished, I'll be dropping my podcast on there, or my motivational speaking mixtape and different things like that. Yeah, my email is eric.foster@getafteritnow.org if you want to shoot me an email. And yeah, that's about it. YouTube me, The Eric Foster. Yeah, cool. All right.
All right. You heard it here. All his information is in the description below. Eric Foster, everyone. Thank you for being with us, Eric. We really appreciate your stories, your wisdom, and your knowledge. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. Back in a moment. Coming up, motivational speaker Cedric Edison stops by. Back in a moment.
Hi, everyone. It's your girl Trinice from American Idol, and I am encouraging you to tune into the Michael Finkley Show on Roku TV and YouTube.
I'm just not college material. I am tired of school. I'm just not sure what I want to do after graduation. Sound familiar? Welcome to the Prelo Educational Institute. Our focus is to help young people prepare for life after high school. It's never too early to start planting the seed for education, career, and life overall. The Prelo Educational Institute is made up of the following 2 products. The first product is the book titled I Ain't Going to College, A Guide for Life After High School. This is the first book of a series that introduces middle and high school students to a young man struggling to find his way and make the decision about whether attending college is the right choice for him or not. The book has questions inside, and a supplemental curriculum can also be purchased. The newest product from the Prelo Educational Institute is our online course titled Preparing for Life After High School. In this course, students will learn about decision-making, self-confidence, accountability, self-awareness, and many other topics that speak to social-emotional learning. Young people will read a story about a young man who never gave up no matter what the circumstances were. The course is interactive and has questions, quizzes, and video. Do not wait until your child or student is a senior in high school to start planning. Enroll today. To enroll and learn more, please visit www.speakerauthormarlowe.com.
Calling all TRIO, Gear Up, JAG, and other college readiness organizations. Hello everybody, it's Finkley with the Finkley Experience. I am here to offer you information about our College Readiness Cohort Series. This College Readiness Series includes college applications, SAT, ACT prep, scholarships, financial aid, the mental mind state, HBCU versus PWI versus technical colleges, and so much more.
You know, this is helpful because it's actually like making me change my college plan.
Really? If interested, visit our website, thefinkleyexperience.com, or just email us at michael@thefinkleyexperience.com. We're looking forward to working with you. Everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, our next guest, he is a speaker, he is a coach, he is a husband, and he is a loving father. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Cedric Edison. Cedric, thank you for being with us today.
Man, thank you, Michael, for having me, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I tell you, I had to tell my viewers this, the power of Clubhouse. I saw this brother in a Clubhouse room, and we started following one another on various platforms of social media, and we were able to connect, actually have a conversation a few weeks ago, and I felt like I was talking to like a long-lost brother because we have so much in common. Our drive, our determination, our dedication for what we do is hard, is rough, is there, right? And we're pressing forward in everything that we do. So I appreciate context like that, connections like that, because in this day and time, it's hard to come by. So thank you for being who you are. Thank you.
Man, you're welcome, sir. Thank you, man. Because you made the initial touch, you know. I was just like, oh, okay. And I knew who you were from there, and I was like, oh, okay, man. Yo, this brother hit me. Okay, man, I'm definitely, what's up, dude? And so I appreciate you for answering the call of God, universe, for that which is greater. So thank you for showing up in your space.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Going forward, bro. Going forward. So, Ced, you are a preacher's kid. You are a preacher's kid. And so how did that set the standard for your life as we see it today?
I'm sorry, what was the first part?
There's a lag on your part, Ced.
Okay, we still got a lag.
No, it sounds better. It looks better.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah. My apologies.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Good old technology, right?
Say it again.
I said good old technology, right?
Say that one more time. So I'll just repeat the first question.
Okay.
Okay. So Ced, you are a preacher's kid, as we call them, PKs, right? How did that set the standard for your life as we see it today?
Well, it really started out in the typical fashion. That's how it, you know, shaped my life. I was running away from all of that, trying to stay the furthest away from God, that which is greater or whatever. And it just kind of took me down some very, we'll just say, unpleasant paths, which in hindsight has taught me a whole lot. And really, when I was on my deathbed is when really I learned most of my lessons from being around all of that stuff. And just some of the scriptures and being that go-to kid or guy, sometimes because people knew your mom and them and everybody was in the church. And it just helped me now to understand that my role as a leader and to look back and understand why people were coming to me.
Yeah, definitely. So Ced, you talked about a point in your life where it was very dark just a few minutes ago. And within that dark time, where did the desire to help come from? Did it come from that, as what you experienced?
I would say yes, man. Because it was a couple of incidents that kind of led up to it, really. Because prior to that, I was selfish. Honestly, I didn't care about people. It was about my money and trying to get as much as I could saved up before I died. You know, that's what I thought I needed to do. But when I was in that recovery room, something kind of strange happened, man. I could remember a cloud, like this gray haze, being over this older gentleman that was right across from me. And I heard something clear as day saying, pray for him, help him. And, you know, I went through that whole thing, like trying to dismiss it, and it scared me because it just yelled. And I was like, yo, God, man, like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and pray for him. So I did. And his daughter came and, you know, said she thanked me and said, you know, they had been worried and that really helped. And I just felt this overwhelming peace, but also this overwhelming sense of accomplishment by helping those people. And so then it started to replay, you know, that question and that feeling of regret. And speaking in recovery centers, that's where I first started speaking. And the crowds were getting kind of younger. And after one of them, I'm on my drive home and I'm like, man, it's cool. You're doing good work, you know, here. But how can we get them younger before they get here? And that's when I really had that desire to help. But it wasn't overwhelming. It's like now when I wake up, I feel like I'm playing Where's Waldo, because, you know, everybody have a dream to help 1 million people, and that's cool. I just want to help one person every day. And if it's more than that, that's a bonus. But I wake up and my mission is to only help one. Because if I do the same work to find that one, I'm gonna find the many. So that's my drive right there. And that's where it kind of came from, was that experience and you know, all of the other things when people was coming to me for help and I didn't even know it, you know?
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Oh, that is so great. And so as time went on and you had this ordeal, it changed your perspective. Where did speaking come from? Did you always want to be a speaker?
No. So speaking was introduced to me through my daddy. He's a preacher, right? So everybody was always telling me, boy, you're going to be a preacher. Boy, you're going to be a preacher. Man, nah. And when I got older, y'all see what I'm doing? Like, I'm showing up to church with a gun. Like, I will not be up there, right? So I was totally turned off on it. But as years, it was probably around my later 20s, you know, I was out of the gang. I had been kicked out of the Marine Corps and just, you know, I was kind of stable in my jobs. I wasn't hopping. And that's when I came across Les Brown. No, it was Zig Ziglar first. And I was like, yo, who's this funny talking dude? And that's, you know, that's cool. And then around that same time, I was in school for electrical engineering, electronics engineering. And my communications teacher, he was like, yo, like, you pretty good at this, man. Like, you should be a speaker. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it made me feel good, but I was like, I don't, you know, like, what speakers do. And I ain't think nothing of it. I let it go. And it was when I was homeless. I was working for some Romanians, living out of a hotel, you know, and luckily they was paying for it. But so I had a roof, but it wasn't mine. And so I'm like, man, something gotta give. Like, something gotta give. Like, I know this is not my life. Like, I know it's not. And out of the blue, I called one of my friends that I had worked with back in the corporate world. I hit him up on Facebook and we chop it up. And he tell me, man, I'm becoming a life coach. And the funny thing about that is when we all worked together, the life coach was then, I made fun of her. Like, whatever. Man, ain't nobody go pay for that junk, man. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, if you got a business as a life coach, why are you here working? Like, you're not that good. It don't work. Right? Life comes back full circle. I'm on the phone with him. And I'm like, yo, I've been thinking about this speaking thing, man. like that'll be the platform. Cause that at that time, that's what I thought was stopping me. I didn't have a platform. So I give my health coach certification and life coach certification. And I'm like, yo, this is really it. But I didn't even start out. I just started speaking about a year ago. I was doing one-on-one and group coaching.
Amazing. I remember us talking and you told me that. I'm just like, you look like you've been doing this. Like you're the pro, you're an expert at it. And so when you speak with persons, what is the message that you convey to them?
It's many, man. It's many. But if I had to boil it down, it's you can do life and win life being you. Like absolutely you. And like how that comes is like one of my keynotes is we welcome the fear and don't let pride get in the way, because I'm a prime example. I'm a dude from the hood. I'm a leader of the gang. I'm a Marine. Like it's not in me to be scared, but when I come back and now when I look at it, it doesn't show up like as an egotistical or emotional feeling. It's not necessarily me being mentally scared, like to protect myself physically. It's what are they going to say? What am I even going to talk about on a live? Oh my God, the Michael Finkley wants me on his show. What am I going to do? Right. And just learning the tools to be able to be you and have difficult conversations and understand like, yo, the bag is in your story. Mm-hmm. The bag is in your story. Once we can get away from looking at, man, why is this happening to me? Yo, why is this happening for me? Like, get curious. I was telling somebody the other day about this term. We all say, man, curiosity kills the cat. And I'm like, yo, what if curiosity just brought that cat to another level and we don't see him no more? Right? Like, oh boy. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what I do. And that's the message is get curious around everything, the emotions, the thoughts, because in a good book you could read too, and it's a little comic book and it's an actual book version, is What Got Me Here Won't Get Me There. That was one of the books that changed my life. Plain but straight to the point topic. Like, yes, me being able to tell them what's on my mind, or I can quit this job because I want, or I'm gonna do me, I'm whatever. I was there. But those same thoughts and everything that we do, we can't ascend. We have to do something new to reach a level, because what got me here won't get me there.
Got to. Wow, that is a message in itself. I need to write that down. That belongs on a shirt. That is a message. And so as you continue with your speaking, we know that as a speaker, as a coach, sometimes we can have those moments where we're just like, even in ourselves, and we're inspiring others. We're just like, okay, I guess I'll do this one more time. Or we're in that cuff of almost giving up. What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
3 letters, man. WHY. Mine. My why. And we hear it a whole lot. And when I try and break it down, I just say, man, what's the reason you doing it? You know, you got to understand why you doing something, and it got to be bigger than just that top layer. Like, I want to lose weight. That's not big enough, because when it's raining outside or it's cold, you're going to push it to the side. But if we get down to the nitty gritty, it might be you really don't want to lose weight. You just want a more intimate connection with your loved one. And that was really one of the things I discovered with a personal client of mine. So my why, and Oh, the book coming out June 2. I forgot to tell you that. But my author coach, I thought I'd slide that in there. Author coach hit me and was like, yo, what happens if you don't write this book? Right? And how it hits me, and it's been hitting me once I started this road, but it was that same feeling and answer is, I've been on my deathbed knowing what it's going to feel like with regret. And if I allow anything to come in and alter me trying to find that one person, then I got to dream some more. And then, because I'm going to die with regret, and I will not, I cannot, will not, and must not go back to that spot. Done. I'm not. So, I mean, I have no other choices. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel it. I'm one of them people where, you know what I'm saying? Life backed me up against the wall. And even though stuff is getting better, I can't stop, because if I stop, I'm going to fall. And if I fall, and I'm not saying that to like where you're not going to fall along the way, but if I fall off the mission, not fall off a task, but if I fall off mission, I can't do that. I don't want to feel that. And so I have the choice to do what I need to do to make that not happen. And that's show up every day.
Show up every day. Oh my word. Oh my word. As long as you keep going. Oh
man, your reason why you doing it gotta be bigger than anything.
Yeah.
Anything you can possibly think of. Like it's some things that's gonna come up in your life and gonna bother you, gonna scare you. Like I'm really believing that the devil is fear, because fear is the most cunning thing out there, because it will have us justifying it in such a pretty peaceful way, right? And so we have to get over that. Man, I'm not scared of judgment, but it's like, no, I can't get up in public and do public speaking. That's fear. How do I reach out to people? I'm not going to shoot the email. You know, what if people say no? That's fear. What? So what? So I choose. And right now, I can't think of anything on this ball that's big enough to make me say, don't do this, die with regret. That's my why. That's so big, man.
Exactly. Oh, wow. Oh, this is some good stuff, y'all. Y'all getting a free speaking. I'm just saying, because right here, that is a word, sir. That is a word. So, question for you. So, as a speaker, what is that one thing you want people to discover about themselves? What is that one thing?
And you hear from a lot of people, but you have the desire to create your own personal heaven, whatever it may be, right here on earth, because you are a divine being and you have divine power, and you have the most powerful tool known to man, and that is your mouth. And that is the power of words. And you control the words that come out, and you control the words that come in. So to strengthen that power, manage the words that you tell yourself, because most of them that beat you up, not audible. You hear them right here in your brain housing group, but you have the power already in you. Your destiny is there. Let me tell you, Like, we living in the dream, but the reality that you want, the reality is waiting on you to start waking up to your reality, which is the power that's inside of you, the power that you telling yourself. Either you telling yourself you can or you can't. I will or I won't. That's it. I will get out there and wake up every day and do 10 push-ups. I will eat healthy, or I don't know, right there. You have the power in you. It's
we got the power. We possess the power. We already have it. It's just time for us to use it.
That's it.
For us to use
it. Man, you gotta have the work ethic of an ant, the attitude of a honey badger, and the heart of a lion. Because a lion don't care. He gonna get out there and fight, lick his wounds. A honey badger, one of the most intuitive animals on this planet, one of the most resilient animals, one of the only ones that I know can fight a king cobra and get bit and still live. And they'll come up with a way. Study your honey badger. And the ant, we all know they the strongest insect on the planet. So if you adopt those mindsets and then you just start studying eagle, just be an eagle and not a crow. Don't even worry, just be an eagle. Don't worry about the crow. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, y'all, eagles have this cool thing that they do. And crows do too. Crows are just some picky people, right? So what they'll do is when an eagle is in flight, the crows will just come and try and bother the eagles and land on them because they got the long wingspan. So the eagle don't even trip. He don't trip. He just say, I bet. I got some adversity on my left. Oh, another one over here with his 6-foot wingspan. Y'all mean nothing. And so he gets to flat. He gets to work. Flat. And he put his head up. And he keep flying, going higher and higher. Then eventually, he's so high, the crows can't breathe and they just fall off.
Amazing. I'm taking that analogy. That is amazing, though. That is just amazing to hear. Wow. How can they find you on social media, sir? Like, we can't keep you to ourselves. How can they find you out there in the world?
Man, I'm a Marine, and as they say, man, Marines eat crayons. They say all kind of stuff with us, man, about it. And we got to keep it simple. You can find me on Instagram at The Said Speaks. All the other social medias, Cedric D. Edison.
All right, you heard it here. Cedric, thank you so much for being with us, sharing your experiences, your words, and your story. Thank you.
Man, thank you. It's always a very humbling feeling to be able to share your story, experience, and time with somebody else's tribe. Because I have my tribe too, and I know how we hold them near and dear. And so for you to think of me in that light, it mean the world to me, man. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
You are very welcome. You're welcome anytime. You give
and
me
I'm gonna have to get you in the
man
cave, bro. I'm gonna have to get you in the man cave. And
let's go.
Ready. And I'm launching the second week of April. We're gonna do up level. I'm gonna have to get you on there, man. I've been in the lab, man. In the lab.
All right. Y'all heard this right. So you heard it. Back in a moment.
What's up, everybody? This is Ryan Toby. You know me from Sister Act 2, Mr. Oh Happy Day, and the hit R&B group City High. I'm welcoming everybody to join and tune into the Michael Finkley Show on YouTube and also on the Greater Works Network on Roku TV. Don't forget to subscribe.
Need a little motivation? Timothy Clifton is with us every week on Mondays to get your week started with a little motivation, all here on the Michael Finkley Show. Next, Finkley. In September 2002, Kendrick Fulton, along with 19 others, were indicted on federal drug charges in Texas, while serving 400 months, 33 years in federal prison. Kendrick talks with us about his home confinement journey and his new movement, Life in the Feds. Next, Michael Finkley. Monday. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Thanks for joining us once more. I hope that you were truly educated, informed, and inspired by our awesome speakers on today. I really hope that you received a message from each and every one of them. Each of us have a story, right? And we do need to share and motivate and inspire the next person beside us. Thank you so much, Eric and Cedric, for being on. We appreciate you. Y'all, on Monday's show, we have Kendrick Fulton Sr. with us. Now, he was indicted along with 19 other persons on federal drug charges, and he was sentenced to 400 months, 33 years in federal prison. Y'all, he is out on home confinement now, serving the rest of his time. How did he get there? You have to watch Monday's show to find out. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel on The Michael Finkley Show. Ring the bell for notification. We'll see an email saying, hey, new content's uploaded. Please listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And also for updated information about what we do here on the show, please visit our website at michaelfinkleyshow.com. Thank you so much for watching. And guess what? We'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend.